Hey, what's going on, tribe? Welcome to my channel. So yeah, it's just a little quick check-in because I haven't checked in, done like a little talk video in a little while. And yeah, I was just in the just come to mind. I'll just share my experience. It's like being alive at current, yeah, like this like whole lifetime, should we say. It's not by coincidence, because I was just walking, and I was like, it's not a coincidence to be like right here, right now, with everything that's taking place, and yeah, it's actually quite amazing, you know. And I think recently I've been in kind of a state of gratitude, like trying to find. Yeah, just being grateful right? And when you start being grateful for the little things, yeah, it's like you start seeing stuff unfold. It's like, it's hard to explain. So I was like, all right, I'm just going for a little late night walk, right? And it's like, yeah, I was looking up at the stars and shit, and I was like, you know, like we are literally apart. We are apart and connected to everything, right? And it's like, if you just take a step back, yeah, it's like when you become aware, you're observing your human experience, right? And it's like we are literally connected to the all and connected to everything. And it's like, you know how amazing that is? Yeah, it's like I don't know, it's kind of come to mind, like you're a drop of water in the ocean, but it's connected to everything basically. It's just like, yeah, that little, like, for instance, star in the sky, that is a part of you and you're a part of that. Yeah, it's mad. Yeah, and when you start realizing, it's like, it's just an experience at the end of the day. So this whole human experience is just an experience, yeah? And you're here to experience that, right? So whether it's not good or bad, but whatever you want to make out of that experience, you're going to make out of that. So if you're going to label something bad, you're going to make it bad. And it's you fueling it that is making it bad, if that makes sense. When you take a step back and like observe from a place of like non-attachment, right? Everything is how it should be. And it's like I've been practicing that currently, like gratitude, like all this year, like last year. Well, we're still in 2025, so on the calendar year, in 2025, it's like, yeah, I was in a kind of state of gratitude. So important. It's literally your life force energy, right? And I've been saying this for ages. It's like I've been consciously practicing breathing, like just stopping, like just through the day, and it's like having a couple deep breaths and just centering myself. And it is amazing, yeah. Instead of like when you just take a step back, because most people are just on autopilot and just it's in the chaos, right? So it's like, oh, alright, cool. So it's like I can intentionally slow down. Like, it's weird. It's like I'm observing myself, observing what's going on while observing other people and the world, if that makes sense. It's weird. Might be to do with the energy. It's like it's a bit, you know what, yeah? It's just a bit like Neo once he wakes up. So it's like, I'm not seeing it in code or whatever. It's kind of like code. I'm not seeing it in code, but it's like, you know, once he wakes up, he's kind of detached and kind of it's more like a game to him once he wakes up. And it's like, that's how we're starting to kind of feel more and more. It's like, everything is about your intention in this realm. So if you wake up, yeah, and just before listen, what I've been doing is, I'll give you some cheat codes here. Set your intention before you go to sleep, right? So it's like, okay, I'm gonna have a good day tomorrow, and you kind of say that a few times, and then when you wake up, kind of say, yeah, today's gonna be a good day, yeah. And then practice gratitude. It doesn't matter what it is, like you could be happy that, just listen, just be happy that you woke up. It's like, and got breath, yeah, because it's some people's last in that, right? So just be grateful for that. But it's like, you're enough as it is. Like, for some strange reason in this realm, it's like, okay, yeah, you can strive to get achievements and goals and stuff, which is cool. But the way the system is set up kind of currently, it's like, we've stepped away from just being like a human being, and we're like humans doing, like we've got to be constantly doing something, right? And it's like why isn't just being enough, if that makes sense? Yeah, it's weird. It's like, down in this world, for some reason, it's like, yeah, everyone sees themselves as separate, when in reality we are all part of the whole and all connected and all one. But down here it's like everyone is like separate. It's weird. So yeah, 2026 is going to be very interesting if this is the energy that's coming in through like I think it's a horse year. I think it's a fire horse or whatever, and a number 1 year, so new beginnings, which is going to be very interesting. And if this is the energy that I'm kind of feeling right now, like I feel like I've got to get stuff done. It's like I'm kind of torn between the two. Yeah, it's like it's winter, I should be kind of hibernating, but on the other hand, I want to get stuff going, if that makes sense. So the new year's in like 2 months, so maybe is that energy coming in already? Interesting. And another weird thing, yeah, I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, yeah, but plants are fucking blooming, and it's meant to be like winter, so that's kind of strange. It's like dandelions. No, it's not dandelions. Daffodils. That's it. They're starting to bloom. And I walked past some lavender today, which was interesting. That is blooming, and it's like, dude, it's like meant to be winter. Like, you're not meant to be purple during this time of year, because I usually pick you in the summer. So what is going on? It's weird. The energy right now is just mad. And it was like a few days ago as well. Yeah, everything is just a bit, energy-wise, it's just a bit mad right now. I don't know. It's just interesting that where we're at current. Yeah, it's interesting to see how things are going. What else? Yeah, just breath work, gratitude. Yeah, it's just getting more and more apparent that this is like, yeah, it's a game. It really is a game, you know. Yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, I just wanted to do a video about fucking, what was it? Yeah, just gratitude. Again, man, because yeah, we are literally connected to the all, and we are currently having this kind of human experience, which can be challenging at times, man. It's like, the more that you, what's the word? Fighting against it, you're making it more harder, if that makes sense. So, surrendering, that's something new. Not new, sorry, that I've been practicing as well. Like surrendering, just letting things be, like trying to not get attached, just to let it go. Because once you hold on, that's when it's like you're not going with the flow, and things should just be, things should be just going with the flow and with no restrictions, if that makes sense. Yeah, It's just, yeah, I don't know, man. This whole experience is it's interesting, but yeah, I think 2026 is going to be an interesting year, and it's like it might sound weird, but since 2020, let's say 2021, 20, not 21, 22, yeah, actually, things have been gradually getting better, energy-wise. It feels like, I don't know, on the the surface, it may seem all chaotic and all a lot of drama going on in the Matrix. But personally, energy-wise, it feels like things are starting to shift and things are getting a lot kind of lighter, should I say, which is interesting. Like, everyone's experience is going to be different, but that's been my experience, which is interesting. So yeah, it should be interesting to see how things are unfolding. You know, how things are unfolding. It's like, all right. And the more attached to whatever's going on you are, the more pain and suffering you experience, if that makes sense. So when you kind of, well, it's just basically taking a step back, you know, and not getting attached to whatever's going on. Is meant to be, and it is your current experience. So you can fight against it, or you can go with it. But it's going to be challenging. Everyone's got different challenges, right? And it's like, that's what you come to experience, that challenge. If that makes sense. Yeah, like, your challenges are unique to you, if that makes sense. And someone else can go through the same challenge but still going to be experiencing something completely different because they are not you and your reality is not theirs. If that makes sense. Yeah, it's just weird. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like the energy split. It started. I think we're going to start seeing more and more of that in 2026. It's weird. It's like, energy-wise, it's like there's two different realities coexisting at this time, and it's been happening since 2020, and it's separated more and more. And it depends what kind of timeline. It depends what kind of timeline you're on, or whatever you came to experience, right? But you can choose to change whatever timeline you're on, should we say. Like, yeah, hard to explain. But everyone's experience is going to be different, right? But it's like there's two kind of realities coexisting at this time, and you can choose which reality you want to be in. If that makes sense, right? Yeah, there's just that's what. Yeah, it's a bit hard to talk. Yeah, it's a bit hard to talk. Functioning in this physical body is becoming more hard work, should we say. Yeah, it's interesting because the more the energy flows, more things are going to be coming online, and to some people the world's going to get a lot weirder, and to some the world is just going back to its a natural state, should we say. And it's like, yeah, it's interesting because some people don't some people don't believe in certain things and stuff when certain things are very real, which is going to be, it's going to be interesting, should we say, you know. Yeah, interesting. Like, as the vibration rises, we start vibrating higher. So things that are kind of outside our reality can start to become part of our reality. Yeah. And no, yeah, I ain't gonna go too much into that. But yeah, people think certain things like angels and dragons and stuff ain't real, right? But they're just on a different vibration to us. The third dimension is a very heavy and dense dimension, and like angels and stuff, they're more higher vibration. So as you begin to raise in vibration, you start being able to see things in different realms and stuff. Which is coming online. Like telepathy is, when that comes online, it's going to be very interesting. That's all I can say. And we're starting to get there. We're starting to get there more and more as things continue. God, I swear, London is very, very interesting. I swear, like a city that never sleeps. No matter what time of day you go out, without a doubt you would see someone, and it's actually quite cool, but quite draining at the same time. Yeah, very draining, but it's kind of cool, man. I've been to a lot of cities, and no city is like London. It's weird, but things gonna be changing, man. So try to be very mindful of your thoughts, because literally what you think you create. And that's good or bad. That's good or bad situations. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting, man. The stars are aligning. We just had a full moon not too long ago. And imagine, like, we're already 10 days deep into supposedly 2026, right? And I was speaking to, like, what? Okay, I have to say it. Like celebrations, they usually to do with like the planet and the stars, right? So